Let's start. It's live. You have to make an announcement and just then discuss something and you should put it in which you can on speak.
Thank you, everyone. And sorry for the delay. We have some technical difficulty going live because we got a lot of people also were not able to come here. They joined online as well. So we are blessed to have presence of Brahma Kumaris over here. So first, we're gonna start with a song by our brother Tim. The song is on Ram and Sita. Now, with that, I'd like to invite Tim if he's here.
Who could jump all the way over to Lanka to rescue Sita, who was in Ravan's jail. And they all boasted, and each one said they could go further and further and further, but none of them could go far enough to reach Lanka, could go far enough to reach Lanka. And Hanuman was sitting at the back, and I have the blessing of being able to fly. So he flew over to Lanka and found Sita in Ravan's garden, and he delivered Ram's message to her that he was coming to save her on Ram's behalf. So this is Hanuman's message song to Sita. Look through the garden and over the sea. Ram is praying there to find you. Wipe away your pearls of loving tears, for he's coming soon and sends his message through me. Lovely, lovely Sita. Sweet, sweet, lovely Sita. Lovely, lovely Sita. Very soon in my arms, I'll carry you home with me. I've been dying since Ravan took you that day. So I sent my loyal friend to remind you of those days and the great happiness we shared. I cannot live again until I have found you. Lovely, lovely Sita. Sweet, sweet, lovely Sita. Lovely, lovely Sita. Very soon in my arms, I'll carry you home with me. For I am your rock, I will always come to you. Yes, I am your God, and I will always love to you, my sweet Lord. I'm trying to.
Thank you, Tim, so much. That was very wonderful. कैसा लगा पंडित जी? बहुत बढ़िया था. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to the next section. You know this. We know the world is moving really fast. In this fast-paced world, we always ask this question to ourselves: am I satisfied? How far do I have to go? When this is gonna end? We keep doing things every day and we keep making plans, but we never settle down and talk to ourselves that where do I find this inner peace? And I think with that, we have Charlie G here from who's the national coordinator of Brahma Kumari. And I think I was reading about you. That's something inspired you 40 years ago. That's where you took this route of a spiritual journey, finding the inner peace, meditation. And I know you've been to 70, 80 or different countries and spreading this awareness about the meditation and spiritual awareness to understand that if you have to be satisfied, then that's the first thing you need to ask is about yourself. You have to go inside and ask yourself that where is the inner peace rather than looking outside. So with that, I'm gonna give you Charlie Hogg, who is the national coordinator of Brahma Kumari, with us to come at this stage and please enlighten us on this journey. Take us on this journey with you. Give us a big round of applause for Charlie.
So good evening, very strong and so forth, very strong and so forth. Some years I wandered the world through Southeast Asia, through India, spent a lot of time in India, the Middle East, Africa, Europe, living in religious communities. And I settled in London. I was working in London. And also this search became stronger and stronger, and I was really interested in learning how to meditate. And it was in London that I came across the Brahma Kumaris. And I've been, actually it's 50 years now, and I'm a daily meditator. And yes, so I would just love to share a few thoughts tonight with you. And I think Saturday nights always been mental health problems, but mental health seems to be an issue which is growing constantly. And psychologically, there are so many reasons for that. But spiritually, I would say when there's a lack of quality love in this life or a past is full of love, I feel so relaxed, so easy. That sweet full of love, I feel so relaxed, so easy. That sweet feeling, I feel very comfortable, like very feeling, I feel very comfortable, like very positive, very positive. And definitely, I'm a lot more compassionate and understanding of others around. More compassionate and understanding of others around me. And to me, the most loving heart can break down barriers, fill empty hearts, heal hearts in pain. But my observation too, when the mind lacks love, when the heart lacks love, the mind can never rest. You know, that agitated mind, searching, seeking, looking, something is missing. The first need in life is love. The first desire is love. And when that desire is not really there or fulfilled, I think 1,000 other desires emerge. The desire for wealth, the desire for power, the desire for control. Look at our world. These desires are rampant. And I think, in terms of relationships and harmony in relationships, we all know what constitutes healthy relationships. We have a lifetime of experience. And we know to be loving, to be kind, to be respectful, to be positive, to be honest, all of these things contribute to healthy relationships. What are the signs of unhealthy relationships? We all know those too. To be manipulative, to be controlling, to be dominating, bullying, all these sorts of things. But as we are spiritual people, I think spirituality is about learning about myself and taking responsibility. So what are the signs in me that contribute to unhealthy relationships? What are the signs in a practical way that I can know about myself that are actually not really helping me have harmony in my family or my life? I would say things like when I always feel you are the problem. When I find myself blaming others for everything going wrong in my life, the culture of blame is rampant at the moment. When I have such high expectations, and so I'm always disappointed with other people around me. When I hold grudges, I can't forgive, or I feel chronically irritated and frustrated by the people around me. This is showing me that there's something I need to look at in myself. When I was in my final year at school, I studied Greek history. Can't remember why I did actually. And Socrates once said something like, wisdom is the supreme art of happiness. I just love that the ultimate wisdom in life is to remain happy. We all know that we have to need a lot of wisdom in this world. Then what is unhappiness? Is that the ultimate ignorance? And I feel that if I'm unhappy in my family or my relationships, it's a little message in life that I need more wisdom. Somewhere I'm lacking a deeper wisdom to understand myself and others around me. And I find spirituality is about taking responsibility. And one of the questions that someone asked me many years ago, a very simple question, but it's very profound. What do I have control over in my life? Do I have control over my partner, my husband or wife? I don't think so. She was smiling when I said that. Do I have control over my children? No. My parents? No. What do I ultimately have control over? My thoughts, my attitudes, my feelings, my behavior, my actions. I can't change you. This is such a fundamental truth of life. But I can change my reaction to you. This is spirituality. Spirituality is learning about myself and changing me to change dynamics and atmospheres in life. And a wisdom which we need. And I find that in this world, we are so educated, as I was saying earlier, and we have our IQ, we need it to get a job and make money and so on. But when I feel a bit anxious, when I lose my confidence, when something affects me, does that sort of intelligence help? I don't think so. We hear a lot about emotional intelligence today, which is the wisdom to build rich. Such an important thing. What we learn here is really spiritual intelligence, which is Emotional intelligence is the wisdom to build a rich, loving, sustainable relationship with others. Spiritual intelligence is the wisdom to build a rich, loving, sustainable relationship with me. Quite frankly, that seems one of the hardest things today for most of us to do. The first relationship in life is with me. If this relationship is unhealthy, it pollutes every part of life. And my simple take on this world, look at our world. It just seems to be degenerating on a daily basis on almost all levels. Why? 8 billion human beings in our world. But I feel you must have enjoyed that one. I feel that when 8 billion human beings have a dysfunctional relationship with themselves, an unhealthy relationship, it flows into our health, it flows into our family life, it flows into our institutions, it's flowing to absolutely everything. And this is why really spirituality says that for harmony in relationships, first I need to have harmony with myself. And I think it's a great question, whoever I am, to ask, how do I treat myself? What sort of relationship do I have with me? Because this is absolute depth of meditation or of spirituality. And the way I sort of look at it is, in all of us, there are 3 personalities. I would say 2 of them destroy harmony in relationships, and one of them starts to rebuild a sense of that connection and harmony in relationships. And the first personality I call the I of arrogance or the I of superiority. And this personality takes this whole identity from my temporary body. I see myself according to my gender, my nationality, my religion, my profession, a whole lot of labels. But what's common to all those labels is that they are all temporary. When my ego is ruling in my inner system, I compare with others, subconsciously or consciously. Think I am better, I know more, I am right the way I think. But when it comes into my feelings, that's when I feel so easily insulted, disrespected, not valued, excluded. I would say sensitive. And so when the ego is ruling in my inner system, what is the effect of ego? Ego makes me feel separate. Ego whispers in the ear, you don't belong, you don't really feel connected. There's a deep relationship between love and ego. And I would say the more ego, the less love we experience in life. But ego is like the facade. Hiding behind that is the I of inferiority or the I of lack of self-respect. And when this I is ruling, I compare with others and I think others are better, others know more. Others don't love me, others don't value me. And when it really comes into my feelings, that's when I feel hopeless about myself, inadequate, unworthy, and I would say depressed. In psychology, depression is like a sadness that my dream in life to be loved and valued hasn't happened. But in spirituality, depression is like a mourning for the loss of my true identity. I'm living my life, but who am I really? So when my mind is dominated by the I of arrogance and the I of lack of self-respect or the ego of inferiority, what happens? One day you're up, the next day down. 1 hour, your mood swings are huge. What does spirituality say? The third I is the original I, the soul, the Atma. As you know, the Atma means 3 things. I, the living, the dweller in the body. 80% of us believe that we are something more than a body. And yet we don't know how to access that truth, taste it or feel it. That is what meditation does. Meditation reconnects myself with who I really am. The soul is a wonder. The soul is just a point. In mathematics, a point exists, but it has no size. And the soul is immortal, eternal, non-physical energy, which sits around the pituitary gland in the brain. I am a soul. I adopt a temporary body. I act through it. But when I forget myself and I come under the influence of the ego of superiority and the ego of inferiority, the roller coaster life happens, which we all know, right? I think we all experience that in our life. And so, soul, becoming aware of who I am, my own experience when I began to meditate, is it's like coming home to a place in yourself where you feel so comfortable, so centered. You take the pressure off yourself to look good, to impress people, to be noticed. You know, you start to really feel comfortable with who you are. And so this first step of meditation, in a way, is harmony with the self, creating harmony with me, and the realization that I am the soul. So I would say before we even think about relationships, we need to have harmony with the self. The first step is to realign this relationship with me. What I do every single morning of the year of my life, I just love to wake up early and sit down and I just gently let go of all the labels of my body, identifying, let go the consciousness and just feel myself sitting so lightly in the forehead. When I'm aware of who I am, my natural state is peace. Actually, the aim of meditation is not to be peaceful. That's the result. The aim of meditation is to know and experience the reality, the eternal reality that I'm a soul, the Atma, the point who will continue after this body. And the automatic consequence when I'm self-aware or soul-conscious is my inner world calms down. I love to do that. Just sit quietly, become aware, and you just feel your inner world cooling, calming, settling, until you feel so solid in the awareness of who I am. I am a peaceful soul. The first relationship as a platform for all other relationships is with the soul. The second I often feel in Raja Yoga is experience true love. And I often feel the search in life is the search for true love. We invest our heart in relationships. We invest our heart in our family. We give everything to our families. You think how much you've given. But there's a huge human dilemma. No relationship is permanent. Whether it's time, whether it's change, whether it's death, the object of my love will go. In spirituality, we explore that one relationship that's permanent, the relationship with the divine, the relationship with God. And I sometimes feel there's three sources of love in life: from myself. But as I was saying, I feel that's the big bucket these days, to have a loving relationship with the self, with God. I think a lot of us have a lot of faith in God, but do I really experience that deep love, that deep intimacy and that closeness? The third is my family. Because maybe not so much love from the self, the real feeling in my relationship with the divine. My one source of love is my family and friends. So if there's a conflict, an upheaval, a loss, it's like my whole life goes into chaos. What is spirituality? Spirituality is having a loving relationship with myself as a soul. And I taste the quality of peace that I can't find anywhere else. And a loving relationship with Paramatma, with the Supreme Soul. And I often feel in this world, these are the two anchors. That if I put down these two anchors, they're permanent. No matter how much the world swirls around me, No matter how much life changes, people change, the economy changes, the world changes, I've put down 2 solid anchors that are based on truth and they're permanent. And when I meditate, as I was saying, and I let go and I withdraw from the consciousness of my body, and I just feel I'm the tiny soul sitting in the forehead. I look through the eye of the mind and I see the form of God as light. Paramatma, the Jyoti Bindu, and I absorb myself in the Supreme Soul. We are all souls. We do actions. We reap the fruit of our actions. And we know happiness, we know sorrow, but there's one soul that's beyond the game of action and reaction. And in a way, meditation is just redeveloping a loving relationship with that soul in my life. Because when I connect, yoga, as you know, means union, a union of either soul absorbing in the Supreme Soul, which is an unlimited source of peace, love, power, etc. Excuse my throat. And really, I would say when I have harmony with the self, I learn how to connect with the Supreme Soul, an unlimited source of love, and allow myself to be loved. This is such an investment in quality of life. So I would say that really the platform for relationships, harmony in relationships, is having a harmonious relationship with the self. It's connection with the Supreme. And then it's a platform to really create harmony with others. And I feel one of the first laws of spirituality says that I am responsible for how I feel. People will be rude, people will be difficult, people will be dishonest, that's all the truth. But I choose each thought I create. And if I choose to allow that to influence me, that's a decision I've made. And when I learned this really, that when I watch all this happening around me, behaviors and attitudes, it's up to me whether I think about them and absorb them and allow them to disturb me, or I can become like a natural observer of them. Spiritually, the ultimate ignorance is to blame. The ultimate ignorance is to point the finger towards others. Why? Because I'm giving my power away. It's like, I will only be happy when you change your behavior, when you change your attitude. We all know that that is false. But at the same time, we are so caught up in that culture of pointing the finger and disempowering myself. And so I feel that first law of spirituality says that really, I am responsible for how I feel. And when I have the courage to take that on board, I think that's an incredibly empowering thing, because I realize each thought is my creation. If I'm not happy in my mind, I've got to take the responsibility. The second step I feel in terms of rebuilding harmony in relationships is carrying the value of everyone in my attitude. You know, when you communicate, I'm doing all the talking at the moment, but I won't be too long. You know, when you communicate on 3 levels. One is what you say, the second is your face, and the third are your vibrations. You know, the non-verbal, which is your face and your vibrations, actually accounts for 80 to 90% of the impact with other people. And you know, when you meet people, you read them through their face and their vibrations. And some people wonder why others don't love me, why I don't really come close. And I would say that You know, if I carry critical thoughts in my mind, people feel them. Often we feel they're private. They're not private at all. And this is the beauty of meditation, because the more I really take responsibility for the quality of my thoughts, and the more I learn the value of other people and hold that in my attitude, they get those feelings from me. They get those positive feelings from me. And I would say that really meditation is the art, or harmony in relationships is really about giving. There's one incredible law of life which says, if you want love, give it. If you want respect, give it. If you want cooperation, give it. We all know the law of karma. Often we sit around feeling other people should love me, other people should support me. But my observation in life is the happiest people are the givers, always giving. And the more you give of yourself, the more you receive those blessings from the hearts of everyone around you. And probably one of those important things, to let go and forgive. And is it easy to do? You know, if we can't forgive, it's like self-punishment. It's like self-punishment. We hold on to such negative thoughts, and who is the one who suffers? Forgiveness is letting go all the conditions of my mind that stop me being loving. Each time I can't forgive, it's like I think, you've done this, I can't love you. You've done this, I can't love you. We suppress our love. And I would say really that spirituality is learning to have that harmonious relationship with myself, connecting with God, and we have a platform to really develop quality relationships with others. So what I'd love to do really is have a little bit of meditation and give a commentary. Would that be okay? And I'm just going to request that we can all just sit quietly just for a few minutes. Would that be possible? And I will just speak a commentary, and let me sit quietly. Just for these few minutes, gently focus on the thoughts suggested. And even if there's other noise around or distractions, let me really focus on my inner experience. The first step in meditation is to reconnect with the eternal self, the permanent self, the true self. Just visualize yourself as the true soul, a point of life energy sitting lightly in the center of the forehead. Just hold this image in your mind. I, the permanent soul, acting through this temporary body. I am a peaceful soul. I am a peaceful soul. through the eye of your mind. Visualize the form of the divine, a radiant jewel of light. Just hold that image of light, limited ocean of peace, an ocean of love, an ocean of purity. And allow yourself to be completely loved. Feel these vibrations, these divine vibrations into the core of your being. The quality of this pure love begins to heal me deeply. This love has the power to transform. Feel this connection, the deeper the connection, the deeper the internals. If each morning I wake and I reconnect with who I am, and with the divine, with God, I start to rebuild my self-respect, the harmony with the sun. And I take this power into daily life. To meditate regularly is an act of love for myself. To meditate regularly is an act of love for myself. Thank you, everybody. When I came, I said to Deepak that maybe it could be a little bit of time for some questions or chat. So if anyone would like to ask something, please feel free. Anyone has a question, a comment, I'll be happy to take some questions.
A question. Microphone.
Pushing you the mic.
That's I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, microphone.
Um,
No, can't.
in the beginning, you mentioned Saturday nights is night of Raman. Did I get it right? So then it's about relationship.
Ramayana. Yes.
Ramayana.
And in a way, we were just taking the theme of, of all the qualities of Lord Ram, one of them is harmony of relationships.
And I really loved it. It's three relationship, me with me, and then with the self, and with the supreme, and then with the family, and then most of the love and sorrow we feel from the fact, we get it from the relationship, and it's very important we build that relationship with ourselves. It's very difficult for me sometimes to love myself.
Well, That's the human condition today. I would say the culture of the world today, we present a very confident front to the world, but inside there's so much sometimes self-doubt or self-criticism. And I would say that's the normal in the hearts of virtually everybody today. But we don't want to show that to the world, so we have the facade. That's why often I'm saying we have the ego facade, we present it to the world. But behind that is a completely different person. We can feel quite vulnerable behind that facade. And a lot of people feel, oh, others look so confident in who they are and what they're doing. Why am I so unconfident? But actually, they're all the same. You can't say all, we can't say everyone feels like that, but that's my experience. Scratch the surface of most human beings today, and life is very challenging for absolutely everybody. And this is why really spirituality is so important at this time to do something for the soul, because we don't do anything. So that's why people feel so empty, and depression is the result of a meaningless life. What's the aim of life? Is it just work, 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 money, money, money? It's so meaningless, and today's life is so superficial. And this is why spirituality gives me a new foundation. And when I really develop that relationship with the self and know how to connect the soul with the Supreme Soul, it's like it sparks the inner me once again. Honestly, I've seen people when they begin to meditate, their whole face begins to change. I've seen a complete change when the awareness of who I am, a beautiful peace, and a beautiful quality enters. The face is the index of the mind, the soul, that expresses through the face. My pleasure. So,
Anyone else have any question? Thank you so much, Charlie ji. That was very wonderful. Um, and we really look forward to see you more often over here. Maybe that's something we can work out in future. Have something more regular.
Thank you, Deepak Bhai. And really, it's amazing what you're doing here with so much sweetness, the way you work here. And incredible, it's serving the whole community. You said 1,500 people come here, worship Rotary. Yeah. So we also wanted to give you a little gift, an image of the Supreme Soul. Thank you so much.
It's a translate.
Yeah, so it lights up.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the other part.
I'll get to see the parts. That's where the plug goes. And that's Charlie, that's something from our temple community. Let's see if you like to.
ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलायतनमहरि सर्वमंगल मंगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते.
The token of blessing from our temple.
Thank you so much, Deepak. I thank you, Pandit. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your. Yes. We also have some blessings here for everybody, but first we'd like to. Would you read your blessing?
ओके बहुत अच्छा लगा आज ये जो है ब्रह्म कुमारी की ओर से जो प्रवचन या जो भी हमें ज्ञान मिला, तो हम लोग मंदिर की तरफ से मैं दीपक जी को कहूँगा कि इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा समझा दें. बाकी बहुत अच्छा लगा और आगे भी ऐसे प्रोग्राम होते रहेंगे. वैसे तो हम लोगों को पहले से ही पता है ब्रह्मा कुमारी जी के बारे में, शिव के बारे में, सनातन के बारे में. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Panditji. I think my one says that your actions are a source of inspiration that brings about a change in others. That's so great.
accurate.
I really like it.
It's true. You're the seed of the temple in Panditji. Good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
again, Deepak.
I think Panditji have would like to give it to Tim. Tim, if you can please come up.
Did you like Tim's song? It's beautiful, isn't it? Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, please.
So would everyone tell me that? Please come.
Thank you so much. And like to thank you, Shikhaji as well, who's been behind this to set this up with Sanatan Dharam Mandir. And we thank you a lot for your tireless effort and you know, giving a lot of inspiration to a lot of people. And yes, let's continue to work together. And hopefully we'd like to have a lot more meditation session from Kumari. With that, thank you. And I think Panditji, we can go now for Aarti. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
आप लोग भी आइए आप ही आ सकते
Thank you. And Charlie, we request you to please stay put and do Aarti with Panditji.
Afterwards, let's go to the next. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jaya Jagadish Hare भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के आवाज गुणा शरी वाला दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख विनाशे मन का स्वामी दुख विनाशे मन संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे पास मीठे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता तुम मेरे शरण पढ़ू मैं किसकी स्वामी शरण पढ़ू मैं किसकी तुम बिना दूजा तुम बिना कोई आस करूँ मैं किसकी ओम जय परमेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम
पालन करता स्वामी तुम्हारा ख्याल करता मैं मूरख खल कावे मैं से मत तुम पावे कृपा करो हरता ओ जय जगदीश कृपा हो ये करो सबके पार्वती स्वामी सबके पार्वती Kita vida lila hudaya maya kita vida mukti maya tuman ho मैं Om Jaya Jagadish Hari Dev Bhava Akura Tumam Mere Swami Seva Kahamate Apale Hasam Karu Apale Saranalaga Varam Param Hente Tu Jaya Jagati Hare Kesai Bhakti Bharati Aro Akaraharu Deva Swami Akaraharu Deva Svatha Bhakti Varaharu Satri Mangaharu Sankalahari Deva Guru Jaya Jagati Anam Anam Sama Hai Tera Swami Sama Kush Hai Tera Tera Tujhe Ko Tera Tujhe Ko Samar Parana Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Shyam Sundar Ji Aarti Jo Tohi Gaave Swami Prem Sahita Gaave Kahan Sivananda Swami Ajata Hari Hara Swami Santa Ave Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Swami Jaya Dinanath Hare Jaya Gote Sankar Jaya Gote Avadu Pansali Vala Jur Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Karpuragoram Karunavataram Sanchara Saram Bhujayendra Saravasantam Nirihare Bhavam Bhavanim Saitam Namami Tvameva Mata Savita Svameva Tvameva Bandhu Chasana Svameva Tvameva Vidya Tvameva 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 Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Nana Shivadeva Vishwani Yatha Kalo Bhavani Chaha Pushpanjali Maya Datta Grihana Prameshwara Mantra Pushpanjali Samadhyani Bole Ganesh Bhagwan ki Rasulam Bhagwan ki Sitaram Chandra Bhagwan ki Rama Krishna Bhagwan ki Pasupati Nath Bhagwan ki Gupte Gupteswar Mahadev ki Dharma ki Adhaka Rani में भीष्म का गौ Om Mata ki Satya Dharma ki Namah Parvati Pate Hare Jai Jai Shri Radhe जय श्री राधे। ओम देवं शांतिरं परिषं शांतिः पृथिवी शांतिरापः शांतिरोधयः शांतिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सर्वा शान्तिरिति। ओम शांति शांति शांति। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सभी लोगों का। थैंक यू एवरीवन। सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। प्रसाद लेकर के जाएंगे सभी को करने को।